Dear Doc, I am 8 years old. Some of my little friends say there is no Santa Claus. Papa says if you see it on Docsterno Wise Advice, it's so. Please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus? Signed, Virginia O'Hanlon. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. I'd very much like to tell you that, but I can't. It's just no longer true. Santa Claus is dead. He was killed by rampant consumerism and corporate greed. Now you might be asking, who killed Santa Claus? And I'll tell you. If you want to blame someone for the jolly elf's demise, I can name his killer. Your parents, Virginia, first and foremost, blame them. However, they didn't act alone. Millions of people worldwide aided and abetted each other. They're all at fault. But in the end, the result is the same. Santa Claus is as dead as Thanksgiving's turkey. No more will his cheeks be rosy, nor will his droll little mouth draw up like a bow ever again. No longer will his little round belly shake like a bowl full of jelly. We just have to be grateful that, unlike that turkey, nobody actually ate the corpse of Santa. Thankfully, forensics turned up no sign of cannibalism at the scene of the crime. And sadly, now that the corpse of Santa has been stolen from the morgue, I imagine it's only a matter of time before his cold, lifeless body turns up for sale to the highest bidder on eBay. For far too many, that in itself would embody the modern-day spirit of Christmas. That said, Virginia, you might be comforted to know that the true spirit of Christmas still lives on in a few people. Many are wide-eyed, innocent children such as yourself. Others are grown-ups who still have the often lost ability to look at life with childlike wonderment. Virginia, I want you to know I will do my best to spread the Christmas spirit by doing what I do every year. As I do every year, last year I handed out a small handful of $20 bills. Then a few days later, out of curiosity, I went back out to see what my gift was used for. I talked to the people I'd seen previously, or at least their friends or family if I couldn't find them again. Here are their stories, which might bring you some small comfort and hope, Virginia, during this season. First there was Danny. He was huddled at the mouth of an alley, bent over and shaking. Even though it was a crisp December morning, he was sweating profusely. He asked me for spare change. I gave him a 20. As if transformed, he sprang to his feet, saying, "I have to make a call." While at a nearby payphone waiting for a callback, he vomited repeatedly. But he was smiling, for he now had that Christmas cheer. The next day, his body was found in the same alley, the needle still stuck in his arm. Yes, it was a blue Christmas, and so was he. Then there was Portia, standing on a street corner late at night. Dressed in a short skirt and halter top, she wore way too much makeup and jewelry. When I approached, she asked me if I wanted a date for the holidays. I told her no and gave her the gift. She spent the rest of that night in a nearby motel in a warm bed, alone. For the first time in many years, she could spend Christmas sitting by the tree, instead of on her back under it. Then there was Marissa, a young woman towing 3 small kids with her. She looked worried, for she was a single mom who didn't know how she'd explain to her little ones that Santa wouldn't be coming that year. Not only did I give her a 20, but $10 for each child too. On Christmas Day, not only did each kid find a small present waiting, but there was a modest dinner served in their home. Good times, good times. It almost gives one a warm, fuzzy feeling deep down inside. Finally, there was Christopher, definitely the worst off of the lot. Living in the park by the public library, he was a real mess. His ill-fitting clothes were filthy, his large belly stuck out from under the too small t-shirt he wore, and he had no shoes. Dead leaves and the remains of his last meal littered his beard. His breath was heavy with alcohol. Before giving him any money, I asked, "How did you become homeless?" His answer was mostly incoherent, but there was one phrase he repeated over and over. It happened when everybody stopped believing in me. I don't know what became of him, nor what he did with the gift, because I never saw him again. Maybe he moved on, as the homeless sometimes do, and is living on the streets of another city. Maybe even your city, Virginia. Many years ago, in response to another little girl's letter, a wise man wrote, "There is a veil covering the unseen world, which not the strongest man, nor even the united strength of all the strongest men that ever lived could tear apart. Only faith, poetry, love, romance can push aside that curtain and view and picture the supernal beauty and glory beyond." It could be said the same is true of the Christmas spirit, but like that spirit, these things have been lost in our busy workaday world. Now people have faith in the almighty dollar. The poets are dead. Love is a noble notion that many aspire to find but can't because of fear. And so it goes. We can't push aside the curtain and view the unseen world because we're too blind to even see the real world before us. Sorry to be such a downer, Virginia. At least your eyes are still wide open, able to see the wonders before you, and I hope they will remain so, now and forever. So Merry Christmas, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or Boxing Day, or whatever, and Happy New Year. And to all a good night from Doc Sterno, Wise Advice.